Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. I'm at Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park with our park manager, Ranger T, Terrance, park manager Terrance. He just wants to give us a little update about what's going on here. I was curious about what's going on. I know everybody else out there is curious about what's going on. So first of all, Terrance, tell us about the new hours.
All right, so right now, in an effort to alleviate the parks, because a lot of things are closed, so a lot of people are coming outside because they feel safer in the open space. But all state parks, that's 175 state parks, will be open 8 to 5. So we won't be closing at sunset. We'll be closing at 5. And again, that's to alleviate the park from so much visitation. But also we want to do a deep cleaning after 5, so to keep our visitors safe, keep our employees safe during this crisis, I guess.
And I want to mention that that's for everybody, even if you have a pass, an annual pass.
Yep, that's for everybody. So we want to apologize to our after hours pass holders. Unfortunately, we do have to close the park, and that includes the pass holders.
Okay, so 8 to 5 are the hours until further notice.
Until further notice, right now we have a date that looks like April 16th, but it could go on beyond that, or it could end before that.
Okay, depends on how well everybody adheres to these new rules we're living by, staying home and not congregating in large groups.
Yep.
Well, how about some good things? What's some good things that happened there?
One of the good things I want to point out, a new vehicle here. It allows us to get on the beach, do turtle patrol,
Nice.
do emergency rescues, animal rescues. And I want to thank the friends of Delnor-Wiggins. Also, I want to thank you guys for helping out with this.
This is a new Bobcat, new four-wheel Bobcat. Man, this is really nice.
Yeah,
really
2019.
nice. 2019, brand new, babe. Brand spanking new. Nice. Well, that is impressive. What else has been happening here?
Yeah, so just last week we had an Eagle Scout project. So I want to give a big shout out to Owen, future Eagle Scout. He came out, he recruited people along with our friends, and we painted Bathhouse 2, the inside and out.
Oh, wow.
So hopefully you'll see a spanking new bathhouse, well, sort of new paint.
Yep.
And also last month we replaced some doors on 3 of the bathhouses. So we're still moving along with our maintenance project.
Yep.
But again, the priority now is extra cleanings for our bathrooms. We do use a contractor, Alba Cleaning, so they do it in the morning, but we're trying to do it in the afternoon and at night.
Yep.
So,
well, that sounds good. I mean, and those you guys have been doing a lot of work here. I've been noticing all the improvements.
Thank you.
I've been seeing, the old tile coming off the walls and everything. They're looking new paint and new
new fixtures.
Fixtures. That was the word I was trying to think of. Fixtures.
One of them has a new floor, so I'm glad somebody sees it, because a lot of times I think
I'm noticing all that. And the boardwalks, some boardwalks have disappeared, but it's not that bad.
No, and we got the prior month we had another Eagle Scout project, and they replaced the one next to Roy's spot.
Oh, nice.
So we removed a couple, but we also replaced, and that's so we can focus on those ones we're going to keep.
Well, overall the park is looking great. And how are the numbers? Until now, obviously. The numbers.
Well, actually, I just looked for March 15th. I was out of town when all of this came down. They wanted us to see the difference in our visitation. So last year, the previous weekend, March 16th or 17th, I can't remember, but we had 18,000 visitors that day last year.
Wow.
This year, we had 28,000. So we're definitely feeling that impact of kids being out of school and everything closing.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the gates close quite a few times now.
Yes.
Early, too.
Yeah.
Early in the morning.
Before last week, our average time was around 10 o'clock.
Wow.
I think Sunday, Saturday, yesterday, it was 9:30. So the word is getting out. Unfortunately for us, Collier County was doing the bus route Friday through Monday. Unfortunately, we asked them to stop,
Yeah.
and that's because of the confined spaces.
Right, absolutely. Makes total sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't have that as an option. But as soon as this crisis is over, we hope they'll continue running that bus route
Sure
to help
they will.
people.
Everybody
get in.
loves this park. They love their beach. They love their park. They love their rangers.
Yes.
One last thing. Last time we talked, you had mentioned that there was maybe some plans in the works for building a boardwalk over to the bay through the mangroves.
Yeah,
Is that still maybe a possibility?
That is definitely a possibility. It is a big goal, a big dream.
Oh, yeah.
And my CSO has been working on it the last couple of years. The good news, the CSO actually raised more money last year than the previous year. So we're steadily trying to raise money to pay for the design and then the construction.
That is gonna be really neat if that does become reality, because there's so much going on in that back bay. I mean, we go back there in boats, and it's like a little nursery for the dolphins back there.
That's
there
right.
are so many dolphins back there. It's incredible.
Yeah,
and the birds and
most of the park is actually mangroves,
Yep.
so it'll get a chance for people to see
Yep.
something on the
right.
beach.
Everybody knows the beach. You know,
Yes.
they don't know what's going on back in there, and that'd be really neat to open that up to the guests. What about the beach renourishment? That's still kind of in the works?
We're still working. We have 2 years before Collier County does the next big dredging project. One of the things that was holding us back is an archaeological site that we have here on the beach. And for those folks at home, if you don't know, Florida State Parks, our job is to protect the natural and cultural resources. So our mangroves, our sea turtles, the beach, dolphins, all of those are natural resources. Our second part is cultural resources. So we think we have a shipwreck down somewhere in Area 3. So that's a cultural resource we don't want to lose. So that's been holding us up. But we did pay for a contractor to do an archaeological survey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming up. So that'll be the first step.
You saying that shipwreck, that reminds me, there's a reef that runs offshore here.
Yes.
And what kind of condition is that in
So
since the red tide?
It is still in good condition. Unfortunately, with after Irma, then Michael didn't affect us too much here in Southwest Florida, but we did get a lot of the waves, so it caused a lot of erosion. So unfortunately, the last time we actually was in the reef, we were beyond the buoys. And normally it starts like 75 feet offshore, but we actually had to go beyond the buoys to actually see anything.
Oh, wow.
So I recommend, unfortunately, for people wanting to see it, I recommend that you don't, because you'll be outside of our swim area, and we don't want anything to happen to you.
Stay in. That's very important. You know,
Yeah.
those buoys are out there for a reason. You see those white markers? You can see one right over Terrance's shoulder out there.
Yeah.
Stay inside of those buoys here. We don't want any accidents here at the park.
Yeah, and that we're fortunate enough, last year our friends group paid for these buoys because we lose them during storms.
Yeah, they disappeared not too long ago.
Yeah, and if you hadn't heard, a couple of weeks ago they had an unfortunate event at another park, so we don't want that to happen here.
No, sir, sir. Well, that's some good information. Anything else you want to say to our friends here?
No, just stay tuned. Check our website. So things might change daily, and we're sorry about the inconvenience about closing early, but we're doing it for our visitors and our employees.
How about a plug for our friends of Delnor-Wiggins?
That's right. Check out the Friends of Delnor-Wiggins. You can come by. We got sign-ups right here at the ranger station. One of the benefits of signing up, you get 12 free entries in 1 year to come into the park, because we want you to fall in love with it. But you also get a voice. A couple of months ago, you gave us a donation, and by joining the Friends, you actually get a say in what we use the money on. So
absolutely,
the Friends group decided to get us this, and we're very appreciative.
And
appreciative.
Appreciative. Yeah, that is a nice machine. I'll tell you what, that Bobcat is a nice machine. And the money is important. Tell them why that money is important. Tell them how the money works.
The money
funding.
stays here in the park. So one of the things, there's 175 parks here in Florida, state parks. Just in Collier County, there's 3 of us, and we do a lot of visitation, so we get a lot of revenue, and a lot of that revenue that we receive, we send out to Tallahassee to help support those parks. Fakahatchee is a great example. They have bears, they have panthers, they have orchids, bromeliads. And
why do you know so much about that park?
Yeah, so fortunately, I used to be the volunteer coordinator there, so I have a special place in my heart. But also Collier Seminole that protects the history of the Tamiami Trail. At the time the Tamiami Trail was built, that was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But those parks don't get a lot of visitation, so they don't get a lot of revenue, but they protect those important natural and cultural resources. And so we send a lot of the revenue that we make to those parks so they can stay operational. So when you join the Friends, and the money that we raise from the Friends, or your membership fees, all of that stays right here in Wiggins.
Perfect. And I'm a member. I suggest everybody else watching becomes a member. Support our beautiful park here, Delnor-Wiggins. All right, Terrance. Well, you got to get me out to Fakahatchee.
That's right.
I got to get out to Fakahatchee. I got to share that with all these people.
Yeah, I'll make a special trip for you.
That'd be awesome. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
It's obviously Boardwalk.
There's a boardwalk, but they actually have over 100 miles of trails, a lot of cool features there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knows what we could see out there?
Yeah, the biodiversity, the last time I read, was greater than that of Big Cypress and Everglades National Parks. We're Everglades National Parks, over 1 million acres. Fakahatchee is our biggest state park at over 80,000, but over 44 different orchids, bromeliads, and like I said, the bears and the panthers. A lot of people don't think about bears being in the swamp, but they're there.
Yeah, Florida was a wild place back in the old days.
Yes, sir.
All right, Terrance. Well, thank you very much. You have a great day. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching, everybody. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Rob Stan. God bless.